So today we listen to the Bhāvanā Mettā Sutta. In this noble Mettā Sutta, the first stanza Buddha expounded is Karaniyam. Karaniyam Mata Kusalena. That means Nirvana is blissful if we desire to achieve and realize the blissful nirvana, we should practice the three training, sila, samadhi, and pinya. Three training should be practiced. And preliminary parts, the first one Buddha mentioned is Sako. Sako is capable, we must be capable of practicing. And sila, samadhi, and pinya are genuine advantages. So genuine advantages are sila, samadhi, and pinya, morality, concentration, and wisdom are to be fully grasped with keen proficiency. Having understood in this way, yogi should be capable of practicing meditation leading to the acquirement of these advantages. So the statement, genuine advantages, be fully grasped with keen proficiency, is in conformity with what has been stated as atta kusalena. Atta advantages, kusalena, you must grasp with keen proficiency. So yogi must be competent or skillful to this noble practice. To enable one to do so, yogi must have saddha, absolute faith, and virya, perseverance or exertion. Only if yogi has absolute faith, saddha, with a firm belief that the advantages or benefits are sure to obtain, he or she will be inclined to take up the practice of vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation, which will be eventually lead to the attainment of nirvana after achieving megaphala. On the other hand, those people who have no faith in the Buddha's teaching, they will not be able to practice sila training, samadhi concentration training, and pinya wisdom training. And some of those people who pretend to be a Buddhist have said that these practices are not required to be exercised, and if practiced, it will only end in misery. So this kinds of unwise remark is more wishful thinking. They are the people who have no faith or belief in the doctrine of the Buddha. Such people have no inclination to indulge themselves in the practice of morality, concentration, and wisdom training. If they fail to do so, since it has been preached as karaniyam, that it should be practiced without fail, and sakar must also have the ability to practice. They shall be considered to have opposite view, contrary to the teaching of the Lord Buddha. As a matter of fact, they are absolutely lacking in Sila, Samadhi, and Pinya, just like pitiable poor people. They have no uh, no merits, and they are destined for the nether worlds. Moreover, unremitting effort is essential. Continuous effort is essential. If lacking in diligence, it becomes difficult to fulfill, to fully maintain the attribute of sila morality. Thus, it will be all the more burdensome to practice, to develop concentration and wisdom. Some people are even reluctant or they are lazy to listen the Dhamma on the subject of the practice of Vipassana meditation. But to the genuine yogi who is diligent, nothing is difficult or burdensome. He or she will make his or her continuous effort to achieve fully in anything which needs to be accomplished. So utmost endeavor should be made to practice for the achievement of sila. He must have the ability to practice and perform the exercise with vigor and enthusiasm. To be capable of doing so, saddha and virya, faith and exertion is essentially required to be accomplished. So it is important to carry on the practice of sila, samadhi, and pinya, morality, concentration, and wisdom diligently after having accomplished ourselves in this manner. And also Buddha said that uh, uh, it is sure to attain the realization if you have faith, saddha, and you are healthy, and you are honest, you have no maya and satya, and you have effort, virya, and you must have knowledge. So 5 qualities you need to have. If you have the kinds of 5 qualities of Brahmi Dhamma, and teacher is truly Buddha, and you practice and you will attain enlightenment within 1 day. 1 day. But you must have Brahmi Dhamma, 5 qualities. And teacher is Lord Buddha or the Buddha teaching. So the first one is Sako, and second is Uju. Uju upright, and Suju very upright. Uju honest, and you must be Suju extremely straightforward and honest. When first becoming an ordained bhikkhu, though he may be honest in the initial stage of practicing meditation, by the strength of his faith and conviction, then at a later stage, when the strength of faith and exertion become low, it is not suju. When you're young, you do well, but when you become getting older, you do not well. So that is, in the beginning you are upright, but later not very upright. So in the beginning you upright, and then in the middle age and the third stage of your lifespan, you must be upright, and it is called very upright. So if you become low level, as you become slack and defective concerning your morality, suju, the quality of extreme honesty, will deteriorate. It's go down. Only by practicing without defect throughout your lifetime, suju, very upright, will remain intact. To put it in another way, if you free from craftiness without pretension, without declaring of having possessed of the attributes which you are not really endowed with, you will be considered to be uju, honest. Because you do not you do not declare what you not possess. It is called satya. But if you conceal your fault, if free from the defect of pretension, you are hiding your fault, you are called Maya. Maya. You are not extremely honest because you are hiding your fault. And you are declaring the qualities you do not possess. That is called satya, not honest. In other words, if not cunning from the point of view of physical and verbal behavior, you will be regarded as being honest and straightforward. You are not cunning in physical and verbal. You are honest. Would you? And if you are not crafty or cunning, you are suju. Suju, very upright. And the last method is that if refrain from revealing the truth of the attribute which you do not really possess, you are honest. And if no acceptance is made of the offerings or donation given by others through reverence under the false impression of the attribute which the monk does not really possess, that monk shall be considered to be very honest and upright. He do not accept the requisites. So in practicing meditation, the qualities of honesty and upright are fundamentally important. If spoken under the pretense of having possessed the attributes of the special Dharma which he or she has not yet achieved, or if a false claim is made without actually possessing the attributes, it is a clear case of dishonesty. So such a person who makes a false claim under pretense, we have no chance of making progress in his meditational practice. The Dhamma teacher or meditation teacher, we also find it difficult to help the yogi, to help that person, or rather put him on the right track. If the person does not truly admit his faults and does not know his responsibility to tell the truth, he is devoid of the quality of suju, very upright. If the mind wanders, he or she must openly admit as such and tell what has actually happened in his practice. Otherwise, he or she will not be regarded as being honest. Only if yogis tells the truth of what has taken place, or only if yogi reveal his incompetence or failure to achieve the special dharma truthfully, it would consider to accomplishment of the attribute of uju, upright. Only when yogi is honest, the Dhamma teacher or meditation teacher will be able to put him on the right track. If yogi sincerely and respectfully meditate as guided by his Dhamma teacher, samadhi and jnana, penetrating knowledge will be soon developed with progress. If it is done so, the untrusted feeling can be removed. The more you practice, the more your mind become clear and clear and clear, and you become honest. Honesty may be revived. In particular, when the yogi reached the stage of Udiyabhya jnana, when he see the arising and disappearing of the psychophysical phenomena, all the beautiful minds start to appear. At that moment, Sobhana, Chitasika, beautiful minds, Pasati, Lahuda, Mududa, Kamanyada, Pagonyada, Ujugada. These beautiful mental states start to appear. In which stage? At the Udiyabhya jnana. So can you follow me? Pasati, Lahuda, Mududa, Kamanyada, Pagonyada, Ujugada. So pasati is calmness, calmness, calmness. Lahuda, lightness. The mind is very light because no heaviness, no defilements. Mudita is gentleness in mind. The mind is so lovely and gentle. Kamanyata, adaptability, can go to the object very easily, very adaptable. Readiness to do what is to be done. And Pakunyata, proficiency and familiarity, because the practice is trained very well. Ujugada, honesty. No cunning, no craftiness, and the mental states are very honest, very upright. So when yogi reached the stage of Udiyabhya Jnana, these beautiful mental states become conspicuous, become clear. So it mentioned that at one time when a female practitioner had reached the stage of Udiyabhya Jnana, the knowledge of rise and fall, she made a confession to the meditation teacher. And she confessed that I have done wrong to my husband in the past. From now onwards, I will never commit such faults, or I will never offend him. So it is highly essential that a person who is developing Mettā should be really honest. And some people with a false pride, they make an exaggeration of how they are developing Mettā. Well, I'm developing Vipassana and I'm developing Mettā. So that kinds of behavior, both mental and verbal, is a clear evidence of his dishonesty and reflect his character. So there is food for thoughts in regard to the kinds of people giving a false impression of being lofty and noble in character, by putting on airs with ornamented of their very big strings of beads in front of people he may show, but actually it is not very really. So Sako Uju Suju Suwacho. Suwacho means Suwacho means obedience. Yogi must be obedient. Yogi should be obedient. The person who is stubborn or not amenable to taking good advice or admonition is an unruly person. He is called as Dopaja. Difficult to admonish. So such a person is obstinate and big-headed and is not ready to listen to the benevolent advice given by the Kalyanamitta, good people, good friends. So he is in the habit of speaking counter to what others have said, with a tendency to hold a contrary opinion. He may think of the other people as being bossy. You bossy me, I cannot listen to you. So they are obstinate person. When he is admonished or rebuked by his teacher, he behave or he react badly. And when asked, he refused to admit his own fault. If he remains silent, it will cause mental annoyance to other people. Even though a person may admit his own fault, then he may later continue to do does wrong things without changing himself. So this also similar to disobedience or non-compliance. The commentary said that such a person is remote, or rather miles apart from achieving special dharma. A person who is humble, meek and mild, and ready to comply with or ready to abide by the instruction given, he will accept any kinds of good advice or sincere warning with pleasure. He happily accept it. So he will also reform himself. The commentary said that such a person is very close to attainment of special dharma. Yogis who comply with the instruction of their dharma teacher have made great strides towards the place of progressive insight. A person who is inclined to disobey due admonition given is likely to become angry without being able to develop mettā, being predominated by an offensive feeling against the other who tenders good advice. So it is really essential for a yogi to be obedient. If properly reflected, what others have said with the best of motives is for his own benefit. For instance, a person whose face is stained with soot will be laughed at if he goes to a public function or a ceremony. If another person, good friends who has seen him with dirt on his face, has made him known of this soot, this dirt on his face, he can very well wash and cleanse the dirt on his face. So if he goes to the function or ceremony after cleaning the dirt on his face, he will escape a ridicule. So if any shortcoming of the person is pointed out by the other, yogi should be grateful to the well-wisher. So yogi should gladly rectify his own fault or mistake if his attention is drawn to it by a good friends. And Venerable Rahula, when he was 7 years old, he piled up a heap of sand and even prayed earnestly that I might receive admonition many a time, or as much as there were grains in the heap of this sand. So there are thousands of sand particles in these hands. May I get thousands of admonishment from the good people. So it is imperative for a yogi who is practicing Mettā Bhāvanā or other kinds of meditation to become suvacha, obedience individual. So in the practice of meditation, if you are obedient and if you are honest and very honest, it is easy to attain enlightenment. So today we have to listen the story of Putila. So during the time of the Lord Buddha, there was a monk named Putila. Putila. Venerable Putila was very learned and he knew Tibetan. And he was the teacher of 500 students. But he was not interested in the practice of meditation. So he did not practice Vipassana meditation. Then whenever Venerable Putila came into the presence of the Lord Buddha, Buddha called him Tocha Putila. Tocha Putila. That means useless Putila. Vain Putila. When Putila sat there and Buddha said, vain Putila is sitting. When he walked, Buddha said, useless Putila walking. So he angry with Buddha or not? No. He have Yoniso Manasikara. He have wise reflection. Why Buddha called me Tocha Putila, useless Putila? Because I have not attained, I have no Megaphala. I have no Megaphala, so if you have no Megaphala, you are useless. So Buddha called me useless, useless, useless. It is right. Even though I know Tipitaka with commentary, I have no Megaphala, so it is useless. So when Buddha called him useless Putila, vain Putila, so he had samvega, urgency of frightened. So he was shaken. So he took that hint and tried to practice meditation. He did decide to practice meditation. So he went to the place where 30 arahants were living. 30 arahants were living. He went to the most senior arahant and requested him to teach him a subject of meditation. Bandi, please teach me meditation. And the most senior arahant thought that Putila might be very proud because he knew Tibetan. So the most senior monk did not give him instruction, but sent Putila to the monk next to him in seniority. Also, that second monk did the same, did not teach him. sending him to the monk next to him in seniority. The same thing happened with each monk until he came to the last monk. The last monk was only 7 years old, but he was Arhan. So Potila Thera reverentially folded up his hands and asked for meditation in instruction. So even though Thera Potila knew Tibetan God, now he had no mana. So he can practice whatever he knew because he knew everything. But now he have no conceit at all. So he folded his hands and asked the meditation instruction from the 7 years old Samanera who was Arhan. So Thera Potila asked the 7 years old Arhan, Bande, please give me a subject of meditation. And the 7 years old Arhan said, Bande, I'm only 7 years old and I'm in experience. Actually, it is I who must learn from you and not you from me. You are deeply God and you know everything. But the Thera Potila insisted that the young Arhan, please give me instruction for meditation. So the young novice who was Arhan wanted to test him his level of mana, pride. And Thera Potila asked him, and the Samanera told the Venerable Potila, if you would do whatever I tell you to do, can you do? Venerable Potila said yes. So Bande, there is a pond, and Bande go into that pond. So Samanera told the Venerable Potila, and without asking any question, the Thera Potila just enter into the pond until the edge of his robe got wet. Then the 7 years old Samanera said, Bande, stop there. And he stopped. And after that, the 7 years old Samanera was satisfied that now the monk Potila had no pride, no mana in him, and he would follow whatever instruction were given to him. So he agreed to teach, because now you are upright, you are very upright, and you are not conceited, you are gentle, and you are very ready to practice. So the instruction of the Samanera is, Bande, suppose there is a mount where an iguana or a lizard live. Suppose there are 6 holes in the mount. How many holes? 6. So in order to catch that lizard, what you do? In order to catch that lizard or iguana, you have to close the five holes, and you have to sit at the 6th hole to catch it when it comes out. 5 holes closed, and the last one you went there. So this is the instruction for meditation. That is instruction. So what do you mean? What he means, that means you have to close the five senses and you have to act at the mind door. Or you have to act with your mind. So that much was sufficient for the monk Potila to understand, because he know Tipitaka. So what the novice meant was not that you must close your eyes or you must close your ears in order to practice meditation. Even though it may be possible to close your eyes and ears, it is possible to close your nose, tongue, and body? No. You cannot close nose, tongue, and body. So what the Arahant meant was that whenever some object is presented to these five senses, do not let there be the javana, impulsion. Javana, impulsion stage. Just stop at the Votapana, decision or determining stage, and then go over to the mind door and practice meditation, vipassana meditation. Actually, he had to practice vipassana meditation from the beginning. So whenever an object is presented to him, he must try to stop the process of thoughts at the moment of decision and not to let it go over to the javana moment or javana stage, impulsion. So the monk practice, Venerable Bodhila practice according to this teaching. So at that moment, Buddha saw this incident, and Buddha sent the rays to Venerable Bodhila. And Buddha taught this stanza: Yoga vijayati bhuri ayoga bhuri sinkhayo etan dveda patanyatva bhavaya vibhavaya cha, etc. So what Buddha taught is wisdom spring from vipassana. Without vipassana, wisdom wanes. Knowing these two paths of progress and decline, let one conduct oneself so that wisdom may increase. So that is Buddha sent a message to Venerable Bodhila. So what Buddha is Buddha stanza, can you follow me? Wisdom spring from vipassana. Wisdom spring from vipassana. Without vipassana, wisdom wanes. Without vipassana, wisdom wanes. Knowing these two paths, of progress and decline, knowing these two paths of progress and decline, let one conduct oneself, let one conduct let one conduct oneself so that wisdom may increase. So that wisdom may increase. So Buddha sent message to Venerable Bodhila, and after hearing this stanza, the Venerable Bodhila practiced according to this teaching, and finally he became Arahant. So in this story, we need to understand that if you are honest and very honest, and if you are not conceited, and if you are gentle, uh, if you are capable to practice, so it is very near to realize enlightenment. So by practicing Vipassana meditation and Mettā Bhāvanā continuously and meticulously, may all yogis be liberated from all suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.